Hello, I'm Danny D. Heck, and no doubt you are here because you want to find out whether HyperVerse is a scam or not. Let me save you all the time and hassles. It's a scam. If you have invested your money, you need to get it out now. Now, I have actually been approached by a few friends, and I know a particular friend of mine has been contacting other friends that I haven't heard from for years. So last night I was up late and I put together a blog on my website, and I put a copy of the email that you may be receiving in your inbox where it starts to get your curiosity aroused. This one here was first encouraged me to have a look at a YouTube video that had about 4 million views, all talking about the blockchain. Now that's no association with HyperVerse. Then my friend decided to tell me that him and his wife have invested and they've bought a membership, which is a telltale sign of a scam because you're not allowed to sell a product or service that doesn't deliver, blah, blah, blah. And this particular opportunity currently has 1 million members, and they have invested $1 billion of their hard-earned cash into this system. So their goal is to get 30,000, I think it's 30,000. The numbers are all big zeros and they're all nice even numbers. So they want passive investors. And basically you can triple your money in 600 days. So I wrote back to my friend and I said, now, what's the name of this company that you were talking about? And he said HyperVerse. So I went straight onto the FMA website and found some information about Hyperfund, which is now called HyperVerse. And it has been warned as a multi-level marketing company and also a Ponzi scam. And they are not registered in New Zealand as a company that can give financial advice, which is a first telltale sign that flags should be waving and you should be starting to say, oh my goodness, what's going on here? But people continued. My friend was under the brainwashing techniques, and he kept telling me I must have my facts wrong. And I said, it's not legal in New Zealand to actually promote a pyramid scheme and you could be prosecuted, I said. So he said to me that he has already received financial advice and it's not a Ponzi scheme or a scam. It really just surprises me how these people, when they so much want to get rich quick, or they are focusing on greed, and they also have to reach out to their friends and insist that they get involved in this, in this new scheme. Now, don't get HyperVerse mixed up with metaverse. Now, metaverse is actually Mark Zuckerberg's new vision for the world, and a lot of companies are starting up their techniques, around them so they can pass off on their name. All right, so let me see. So how do savvy people who think they're smarter than the scam actually make money out of these scams? Would you be interested to know? So what they do, they initially get you to invest, say like $300, and that's the same with HyperVerse. They get you to buy $300 worth of crypto, or you use $300 worth of HUT crypto to purchase HU, which is their dollars. And then those dollars grow on a daily basis. And you can invest $300, $500, and $1,000. And then once you get your investment back, these people claw their investment back so they've got nothing to lose. And then they encourage their friends to get involved with HyperVerse so that they get 20% from these other people who do the same. And that's the trick of all these schemes. If you get in quick, invest a little bit of money and get your investment out and then grab another cheerful, you're actually getting your investment back. But what you're actually doing is you're actually stealing from people that you have misled by telling them to get involved in a scam, which is illegal. So it's not ethical. Now, if you want to know more about how to get your money out, you can get your money out, but you need to transfer it into different currencies. Now, there's a New Zealand company actually called Easy Crypto, and I actually used them to get my money out of crypto, and it turned up in my bank account to my relief. Now, they have also put a warning on their website, and I'm going to go through a few of these in a minute. So if it sounds too good to be true, it often is. So if you go to the Commerce Commission of New Zealand, they've actually got an article about pyramid schemes. They give you a couple of examples. They give you a warning, and then they also tell you how to spot other scams. And also, they give you a big warning on how you could actually lose all your money and be prosecuted for promoting such a thing. Right, so the first thing you want to do, I'm going to include the links in the video below. I want you to watch this guy on YouTube. He is brilliant. Spencer has done quite a few videos helping people spot scams, and there's another one out there called FX Group, and they work the same way as I just explained. Put your money in, get it out as quick as you can, make it a few dollars, and then it will die a natural death, and that's what a lot of people are doing. So if you went to the FMA, you will see that here they've mentioned that this company that was called Hyperfund, I'll see if I can make that bigger, are operating a scam. And if you go down a little bit more, you'll see that the hyperfund.com is also the HyperVerse. So that's the New Zealand warning telling you that these people are not financial advisors and they're giving financial information out to New Zealanders, so don't get involved. The next thing I did is I hunted around the internet and I found a group called HyperVerse New Zealand, and I'm looking here at this particular lady. You have to beg to join the group, and she is out there campaigning about how wonderful it is and how she's getting all her HU dollars. Now, HU dollars are just a figure that she's looking at thinking she's getting wealthy, but you may be surprised that when I was watching some other videos that if you try to withdraw your HU dollars, that you can only do it at 50 HU dollars a day. Which means if you have 300 HU dollars initially and you triple your investment, it's going to take you, whatever it is, 18 days to get your investment out if you can. So it's so awkward to get your money out of these schemes that what you'll find yourself doing is reinvesting in the company and getting more HQ dollars, which are worth nothing, simply because you're looking at an app or something on your screen that makes you feel good that you're building your wealth, but there's no guarantee that that money's not just going to all disappear. Now, has that happened before? Well, would you believe it has happened before? So I'm dyslexic, as I often say to people, and I just went around the internet looking for a whole lot of information about this scam. So one of the first ones I saw is this one is HyperVerse Group, and I'm going through here reading the comments, and people are saying that it's very slow getting your money out of it. Then I found this other guy, which isn't here anymore, but he was standing at an ATM machine showing you how he's getting his money out. But then he had a link, and the link that he had led to this page, and his name is Mark FL8600. That's his username. And if I sign up under the scheme that he was promoting and saying how good it was, he will get 20% more HU dollars, which is very exciting for him, but not so much for me. So that's why you're getting so many of your friends contacting you that you haven't heard from for a long time with this fantastic opportunity where they guarantee you're going to triple your money within 600 days. And if you don't do it, you're crazy. And that's what I'm trying to help people with at the moment. So let's continue and see what other things I found on the internet after doing a bit of research. Okay, so the first thing is Hypercash. This guy here in the photo, he is one of the three people involved in it. And I'm going to open up some of my notes that I put together last night. There's three people involved in the company. He I think he's the founder. Yeah, he's the founder of it. And if you look at his history in crypto, he did quite well in China, making a lot of money in crypto. And then there's a chairman called Sam Lee. And then there's also another person who's the CEO called Stephen Reese Lewis. And if you try and research these companies, Ryan EQ, I'm not sure how you say that, he has got a bit of a history with crypto, but the other two guys don't even seem to exist on the internet. And you would think that if they were, you would be able to find some information about them. So I'm just going to flip to their Hypertech group. And this is the official website for a company theoretically worth billions of dollars. And there's only one page about this founder. And then when you click on the latest news about this company, there's no content. So that tells me this Hypertech group, who's theoretically multi-millionaires and billionaires who have come up with this fantastic way of building the metaverse, which is passing off the Facebook name, is really just can't afford really a good website designer, or they may be looking for a content creator at the moment to create more hype around what they're actually doing. I don't even understand how these companies get the momentum, but do not get involved in the HyperTech group, which is the company behind the metaverse. Right, so let's carry on. So yes, make sure you watch Spencer's video. I will leave the link. So you can go through here and you can read how everyone is trying to stop and warn people about these Ponzi schemes. And this is just going back to October 2021. And it's talking about how it's a multi-level marketing model it's built on. And it says, received security fraud warnings to New Zealand financial authorities. So we live in New Zealand. Oh, look, there's my remotes for sale. We live in New Zealand, and they do their best to help warn us about things like this. So once they got busted the first time with the name Hyperfund, because they had to rebrand because Hyperfund got associated with multi-level marketing and Ponzi schemes. So a brainwave said, why don't we rebrand and try carrying on? And that's exactly what they did. So they fled to Dubai with all the money that you may have invested. And away they go. So now they are called HyperVerse. And if you go through here, they're talking about how their crypto has actually been pulled off and frozen from memory. And there's all sorts of clips. This guy here is who's this guy? This is Stephen Reese Lewis. He couldn't make the big release, and he did a zoom in. And here he is in his office with no pictures, no wealth around there, claiming he is the chairman. Is he a chairman? No, he's the CEO of this company. But hey, if you want, I will include these links and you can read through the whole history of the company and where it's gone and the like. I think there was a real good one here, which I was trying to find. So basically, they have been blocked by so many people, and people are trying to throw things in front of them to slow this company down, and you guys are feeding them. So this was a really good one. The court freezes 8.7 million in crypto collapse, and this is Mr. Sam Lee in the middle here, and he's the guy. And there was a claim in here where people have been trying to get their millions of dollars back from the crash, and that's a company that he was associated with recently. If you go onto Twitter, you'll find their Twitter account. Whether it really is theirs, I do not know. It may be a Ponzi scam, but they're trying to build up this big virtual world, a gaming world, and everyone's going to be rich and live happily ever after on a paradise earth. Oh, that sounds like the Jehovah's Witnesses. Let's not go there. Hey, the best bit of advice you can do is go to Easy Crypto. Easy Crypto is a New Zealand company, which I like. When I got my money out of crypto, I basically transferred it from Binance into Easy Crypto, and then Easy Crypto allowed me to transfer my money out of them into my New Zealand bank account. And I didn't really know how to do that, so I will actually put a video together on how to get your crypto out if you want. And there is another one that I got involved in, which is quite funny, and I'll see if I can bring it up in a hurry without making it distract from the point of this company. It's called VEVE, Digital Collectibles. Now, everyone's talking about buying these NFTs at the moment. So I got involved. There was comics that come out, and you could pay $7 a comic. And then basically you buy this comic, and they're restricted to 60,000 people. And they come out with 5 different levels of comics, which is pretty cool. And you think, oh, that sounds pretty cool. So here's the comics there. And then you buy this comic for $7 US, and then that comic basically goes up in value just about immediately. And if you were lucky enough when you were sitting there clicking to buy these comics for, I'll flip you onto the screen. So this is a company called EVEV. They sell NFTs, and these are the comics. And you basically have the opportunity when they drop these comics, there's 60,000 comics available, and you can click there and try to buy it as fast as you can. And you'll pay $7. Now, some of those comics are now selling for $1,050. And I bought a comic for $100, and it went up to $350. And I currently have around about $500, because every coin is worth $1. And I have about $500 in there. However, I can't get my money out. And they keep on saying that they're going to make it a cryptocurrency. And then once they make it a cryptocurrency, I can transfer my MO dollars into USDT dollars, and then I can use Easy Crypto to take it out. But in the meantime, for the last 6 months, I've actually doubled my money, and I'm going, wow, look at that, I've made all this money, but I can't get it out. And that's the same with these other schemes. You have these virtual HU dollars that you are looking at going, I'm doing really well. I've got all this money and I've managed to get some money out, and that's given me peace of mind, but I'm about to lose the whole lot, because as soon as they, because what I was saying here with Easy Crypto, I've actually copied this information onto my website, and it explains how you actually do get your money out of metaverse, and it tells you the danger. So you can convert it from one cryptocurrency into another cryptocurrency, but the cryptocurrency you finish up with can be worthless overnight. And then you want to transfer that money into another, and it's a complex process. And if you do follow what they say, you are really at danger of losing all your money. But however, I'm going to put the links below this video to Easy Crypto so you can read this article for yourself. We're going to go to the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK, and here it talks about Hyperfund. It shows you all the website addresses that they've been using, and they keep getting blocked, and they keep saying they're rebranding because they want to be more in line with where they're at. But that's just a load of rubbish. That's because everyone is on the internet like me, telling you be careful, do not lose your money. I went to the New Zealand financial service providers, and I tried to find this company that's giving people advice, and they don't exist. So if you are a financial advisor and you are giving people advice that is bogus, do you realize you can have that stripped away from you? This company does not exist in the New Zealand register, so it's another reason to be careful. This is a pretty this is the HyperVerse.net website, and this is a artificial world that you can actually invest in, and this is what the whole scheme is getting you all excited about. So I don't know if you watched Star Trek or Buck, what's that one? I don't know, but that reminds me of all this sort of stuff. Maybe Back to the Future or something like that, or Star Wars, whatever you're into. If you're a Star Wars fan, you will be wanting to invest in this new future that we're going to live in. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It's a scam. Stop investing your money and see if you can get it out. I went to the hyperfund.online, which is a website that is discontinued. I went to a service called archive.org, and I put in their website address so I could look at the history of the company. This is not displayed properly because it doesn't grab all the content, but if you want to, I'll put the link to this in the YouTube video as well, and you can have a look at the history. You can watch some of the videos if you like, and you can just see. And I do love, the reason why I wanted to have this one, anyone joining the Hyper community, because you don't actually buy something, you become a member, and that's the first telltale sign of a Ponzi scheme. It says, must be aware of the risks doing so. As any investment, there is always risks. It's important that you do due diligence and realize the Hypertech Group and its partners and companies associated with the digital space, which can be considered high risk. So it's important you understand that we are an intent member of the whatever it is. So basically, it's one of those disclaimers which basically say they're not responsible for anything, and they're not responsible for your hard-earned money. And if you do lose your money, you can't go to anyone in New Zealand because they're not on the register, and it's just a waste of time and a waste of your money. Please stop giving them money. If you go to some of the chat groups, you'll find there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, I got my money out. It's okay." And there's also other people out there like me screaming out saying, be careful, you are going to lose your money. Once again, I'll put the links to these chat groups that I found in the YouTube video. And if you haven't subscribed by now, please do, because I want 1,000 members so I can monetize my YouTube videos. All right, and here's another one, another scam, because I've been through India, and they're talking about how it's a pyramid scheme. They talk about the company founders, and once again, you can scroll through here and you can read to your heart's delight. Look, people who produce news and content, like me, we've got better things to do with our time, and a lot of energy has gone into help people stop being scammed by these people, and they just continue, which is just breathtaking. So, pull your head in and, listen to these words. What's wrong with good old-fashioned business where you get a product, you put your markup on it, and you sell that product and you make a profit? Anyone that thinks that you can put in a few dollars, $300, and within 600 days you're guaranteed to get 900 back. These companies are built on nothing. They're built on memberships. The more memberships that you sell or become part of the group, then you're giving these company owners the power to spend millions of dollars on whatever they like. You haven't signed a guarantee that they will, there's no backing. If you go into a shop and you buy $300 a pair of sneakers and you walk out and you put them on and they're no good and they're not designed or fit for purpose, you can take them back to the shop and get your money back, because that shop will actually lose their right to be a business in New Zealand if they don't follow the rules. So these guys are setting up these schemes and they're not following the rules. And by feeding them and doing this sort of stuff where you're investing in them, you are giving them the power to do whatever they like. And if you follow the history of all these companies, you'll see that they just they rinse, recycle, and do it again. It's just amazing. So I'm going to carry on here. I've got a little bit more. We've got Superman here. This was just published on the 17th of February. And it's talking about how this guy has returned. And they're basically up again. This is Ray, whatever his name, Ryan. And these are the companies in suits that are spending all your money. And they're, if you just go through and read these articles yourself, as I said, I'm dyslexic and I'm no good at reading this stuff, but you don't need, it's not rocket science, guys. It's the heck science. You just need to be aware. So if you look at this one, this is actually Facebook's metaverse, and that's what Facebook is trying to do. They're going to build an online, world, and this is who they're passing off on. Whether this is real or not, but this guy, at least Mark Zuckerberg puts his name out there, and you can also find the history of Mark and everything he's done, and we have authenticity, which we don't have from these three random guys that you can't even find that live on the planet, who now live in Dubai and probably drive those big flash cars. All right, so the other one that I was going to warn people about is Cash FX, FX Group, and this is another one of these schemes where I know of one lady who invested $50,000 and lost the lot because she couldn't get her money out. And I still know other people that are involved in this company saying that they're just waiting for their funds to be released. Now, how does it actually work? How do they get the cash? Now, I don't know if you've been following crypto lately, but a friend of mine actually lost quite a few millions. Because what happened is crypto was nearly at $100, and they said at the end of last year that crypto was going to be worth $100, and everyone that bought in at crypto, say at $40,000 or $36,000, basically is going to double their money, and then it crashed and everyone lost their money. Now, the Cash FX Group were basically using the money that you were given to put it into crypto, and then when the crypto got up high, they were taking their winnings or their earnings out of crypto and then reinvest and paying back the members that were joining up, so they built even a bigger group of people. But now that crypto has crashed, they are cash poor and they don't actually have any money to pay back people who are getting money out. So now it's about to fall over, and I'm guessing in 6 months' time you'll never hear of metaverse and you'll never hear of Cash FX Group either. But in the meantime, all your friends that are contacting you hoping that you will invest are going to be a little bit red-faced, or you probably won't hear from them, because I've been on the internet since 1993 and I've heard of all the pyramid schemes that you can think of. When I was installing computers in people's place, there was one called Fortuna, and it was a pyramid scheme. And I would get phone calls from people asking me to go and buy them a computer at Noel Leeming's, and if I would go and deliver it to their house and set it up, and the very first thing they would do was go to a website called Fortuna. And that fell over, flat in the face, pyramid scheme, and I would have set up 10 people who would have invested at least $10,000 in this pyramid scheme. And ever since then, I've seen so many different variants, and I hate seeing it happen, but it's like a religion. Now, I was brought up in a religious cult. I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness. If you look through my content, you'll see that I talk about it a lot. And often I've tried to save people who are still in the religion, and they won't come out of it because they're too much invested. They will lose their friends and their family if they get out of it. Now, this is the same. Your friends who are saying to you, get involved in this, do they really care about your financial future? Or are they actually there for their own financial future? If they sign up someone I have to keep thinking of HyperVerse, and you say purchase $1,000 basically worth of US, that is, of HyperVerse HU, then they get 20% of your money. And that's why these companies grow, because everyone's going, oh, if I get Danny to sign up, he's got lots of money. I haven't. Then they will get 20%. So are they really friends? Are they really worrying about your financial future? Or are they just trying to rip you off? All right, I won't go on about too much. I did talk about my other one that I'm invested in with these comics. My strategy at the moment is to hold, because that's what everyone tells you when you're invested in crypto. Hold your money, keep it in there and see what happens. Well, I think you've figured out what's going to happen. So if you are thinking of getting involved, I can't even bring it up now, in HyperVerse, my recommendation is please do not invest any of your hard-earned dollars and do your own due diligence. If you are going to the seminars that seem to be taking place at the moment around New Zealand, question the people who are giving you the advice, ask them if they are financial advisors, look them up on the system and look them in the eye and say, are you giving me financial advice? And they say, no, we're not doing financial advice, we're selling memberships. And that's how they get around it. And if you ever get your money out and you do make rich, can I come with you on your yacht? Because I like hanging out with wealthy people. I think it's a good thing. Sharpen up, guys. Good luck. I hope you haven't got too burnt, and I hope this information was useful. Please share and subscribe to my channel. And that's Danny from, I normally do a finish like, that's Danny from What the Heck Podcast, but it's not really a podcast, it's just a wee warning video. But do subscribe and check out my other content, and hopefully I've helped you out today. Thank you.